Welcome back to the wrestling podcast. Welcome back to the Mr. Ryland Wrestling Podcast. How the heck are you? How you doing? Comment below how you doing. Comment if you enjoyed the Royal Rumble as much as I did, because oh my goodness, what a show it was. Did you watch it? Did you watch it? Because it was good. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. What are you doing? And if you did watch it, then you came to the right place. That intro did not make a lot of sense. Let's just get right into the video. So, as you may know, probably don't, but you might, last podcast was my Royal Rumble predictions, and Jaden was not here, but I wrote his predictions down on paper. So we did compete against each other for the predictions championship, even though he was not here. Once again, no Jaden, lack thereof, and I have retained once again the predictions championship. Still your reigning, defending, undisputed, acknowledge me, notice me. That's my catchphrase. Anyway, we tied this time. This is either our second or third time tying. This might be our second time in a row, if I'm not mistaken, that we tied. 4 points. We each finished with 4 points, which is not a lot of points. Each of us only got 1 out of the 4 matches right. Now, here's the deal. Let's jump right in. Let's go in order here. We'll explain things along the way. Royal Rumble. It was so good. This show started off with the Women's Royal Rumble. What a Rumble. What a Rumble. Great Rumble. It started off with both me and Jane's pick, which was Io Sky being number 1. And I bet against someone from school, and her pick was Liv Morgan, and she was number 2. So with that bet, which by the way, the bet for that was Coke and Mentos to the face. Loser has to get Coke and Mentos splashed in their face. That will be on camera. You're going to see it. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. Anyway. So it was funny that both of our picks were number 1 and 2. But me and Jaden both picked Io Sky. I had her as 3 points. He had her as 2 points. And we were doing double points, which I'm just going to say this right now. Neither one of us got either of the Rumbles right. And I'm not even ashamed of that fact, because let's face it, these were 2 of the most unpredictable Rumbles in the history of WWE. Great Rumbles. So let's start off. So number 1 and 2 was Io Sky, Liv Morgan. They both lasted until there was no more entrants left. They both broke Bayley's record of the longest laster in a woman's Rumble ever. However, neither one of them was the longest laster, as Roxanne Perez was the longest laster. She came in at number 3, lasted, what was it, like 68 minutes or something like that? It was crazy. It was crazy. Her lasted that long, her going on that much of a run. She did not win, however. A returning Charlotte Flair won this Rumble, which, as someone who admires Charlotte, thinks Charlotte is a great wrestler, I was hyped. As someone who thinks she's overbooked, I was not hyped. So I have very mixed feelings on Charlotte winning, because on the one hand, she's a great wrestler. She's going to deliver a banger at WrestleMania, which, regardless of who she picks, I hope it's not Rhea. We don't need Rhea Charlotte Part 3 at Mania. Come on. Because that would mean they went out at 36, 39, and 41. No. We don't want that. We don't. Trust me, Triple H. We don't want it. Some of you probably do. If you do, I don't blame you. But I don't want that. But again, I think Charlotte's kind of overbooked sometimes. So I wasn't the most hyped. I would have liked to have seen someone new, I guess. I would have loved to have seen Io win, as I predicted that she would. I would have much preferred that. Someone new, something different. But Charlotte winning, I'm not, pissed off at. So I'm hyped at this point. Next match is the 2 out of 3 falls tag team match for the tag team championships between Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. Now, I picked DIY to retain. I had 4 points on it. Jaden picked Motor City Machine Guns to win. He had 3 points. And I got this one. DIY did retain, so that's my 4 points. That's all my points. We both only got 1 match right. Honestly, a pretty good match. I really liked it. I feel like this was a good match, right? I think this was a really good match. I'm hesitant to say it was like a 10 out of 10 banger just because both the Rumbles were so good. I feel like it got totally lost in the shuffle, but definitely a good match. If you didn't watch it, I'd recommend it. Some good wrestling. Good tag team maneuvers that I liked for sure, especially from Motor City. They had some cool ones. Confusing ending though. The Street Profits got involved and attacked Motor City machine guns, which is what caused DIY to retain, which is the reason I actually retained this puppy. And kind of confusing, after they attacked Motor City, after the match, they attacked DIY. So was this just like we're going to hit somebody with the crutches? We're not necessarily costing anybody? Was this we're going to cost you for being the tag champs because we want to dethrone DIY? I don't know. Confusing ending, in my opinion. Not a bad ending to a match, just confusing. I'm a little bit, why? Where are they going to go? You know what I mean? Where are they going to go? Good match, though. I would definitely recommend, if you didn't watch this match, I would recommend it. I mean, you didn't necessarily... It was not match of the night, because, both the Rumbles were so good. Especially, I'm just going to say it. I did think the men's Rumble was better. It had more drama, more good action. I Show Speed absolutely nailed it. We'll get to that. So, no, I did like the men's better this year. Last year, the women's was way better. I mean, so much better. But this year, I think the men took home the gold. We'll get to that later. I'm getting ahead of myself. Again, not much to talk about from this match. Next was the ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. And what a match. Kevin's dead. Kevin Owens actually died. No, he didn't. He's not actually... You know what I mean. But if you didn't watch this match... Go back and watch this. And watch the ending of this match. Oh my gosh, I don't know how Kevin's okay. I don't even officially know if he is okay, I guess. But I'm guessing he is. Because they made a big production of it. But he might not be. I don't know. Because, oh my gosh. How do you take a bump like that and not die? If you didn't see it, go watch it. If you don't have Peacock or Netflix if you're outside of the US, find a clip of it on YouTube. Because, oh my gosh, how did he folded like an accordion, bro. On his head, he's dead. I don't really know how to describe it, other than, he's dead man. Don't take it. So you have your ladder, right? You have your ladder set up between the announce table and the ring, right? Cody and Kevin were on the announce table. Okay. Kevin was going for a package, and Cody back body dropped him onto the ladder, and he literally no, he didn't back body drop. My bad. He picked him up, Alabama slammed him, and he landed on his back, crushed the ladder, and then landed with his head in between it like this. Demonstrating with figures. What other podcast does that? Subscribe. I threw the ladder the wrong way. I wanted it that way. My bad. So, what am I to say about this? Kevin might be actually injured. I don't think he is. Oh, he's a tough guy. I got kind of sidetracked. That's where Jaden got his 4 points. That's how we tied, because I got 4 points from DIY. He got 4 points from Cody. Because I did pick Kevin for 1 point just because I wanted it to happen. I didn't think it would, but I wanted it to. I also forgot to mention neither me or Jaden got the point for the longest laster because he predicted that... No, he predicted that Bianca would be the longest laster. Never mind. What did I think? I predicted Liv. So I would have had 1 extra point if she was, but Roxanne was. Never mind. He picked Bianca to be the longest laster. That didn't happen. Oh, and I predicted number 30 would be Charlotte. It was pretty close. Number 30 was Nikki Bella. I forgot to talk about Nikki Bella's return. Oh, Trish Stratus came out. How much did I forget to talk about in the Women's Rumble? Oh my goodness. I got lost in the shuffle. Trish Stratus was there. You had Nikki Bella coming out. I feel like when Nia came out at number 29 instead of 30, was I alone in thinking that AJ Lee was going to come out and then felt slightly let down that it was Nikki instead of AJ Lee? Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that thought that. But I totally convinced myself that AJ Lee was going to come out at number 30 once Nia was... So let's move on to the... Sorry. Let's move on to the Men's Rumble. Did I forget to talk about anything else in the Women's Rumble? I might have. There was so much. It kind of got lost in the shuffle. Move on to the men's Rumble. Wow, what a Rumble. What a Rumble. When I tell you this might be my favorite Rumble I've ever watched live, I don't think any other Rumble even comes close to this one. Because again, you know, a lot of people like to say like the 2001 Rumble is the best of all time. I was not alive in 2001. I did not get to watch it. I've watched it back. It is an amazing Rumble. But I did not get to watch it live. This one was so dang good. Tell me I'm not alone in thinking that this is one of the greatest Rumbles of all time. I mean, first of all, number one was Rey Mysterio, which was kind of hype. Because, you know, if you don't know, in 2006, he won the Royal Rumble from the number 2 position, which is the exact same thing as number 1. So, like, that was kind of cool. See, like, hey, he could win. Obviously, we knew he wouldn't, kind of. But I never in a million years would have predicted who did win. We'll get to that. Number 2 was Penta. Hype. That may not have been who I predicted on here, but as soon as Rey came out, I was like, number 2 is going to be Penta. And he was. I mean, it was so great. Rey and Penta starting it off, right? Who was number 3? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. So anyway, Penta goes on to be your longest laster. I am pretty sure about that. He lasted 42-something minutes. So he goes on to be your longest laster in the Rumble. Who did I predict? Braun Breaker? Oh, I did switch it to Carmelo. So I predicted Carmelo would be the longest laster. He didn't last very long. So, oops. And Jaden predicted Roman would be the longest laster. And he also wasn't. And then, oh yeah, I predicted that number 1 and 2 would be Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. That didn't happen. Trick wasn't even in it. And, so great. So basically what happens is, you have some people come in. Carmelo, was Carmelo number 3? Or was he number 4? Doesn't matter. You had Joe Hendry in the Rumble. You had Akira Tozawa come out, get attacked by Carmelo Hayes, get replaced by ISHO Speed, and ISHO Speed helped Braun Breaker eliminate Otis, only to take a nasty spear from Braun Breaker, get thrown out, get caught by Otis, and Otis threw him onto the announce table and he bounced off into the chairs. I mean, ISHO Speed, you're not a wrestler. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing taking nasty spears and getting slammed on the announce table like that? It's kind of wild, in my opinion. Mad respect to you, ISHO Speed, because not that you're watching this, you're infinitely bigger. I'm like a grain of sand compared to ISHO Speed. That's probably even exaggeration. I don't even exist. Let's be real. In terms of ISHO Speed, I don't even exist, so he's not going to see this. But if you somehow do ISHO Speed, mad respect. And no offense, I had no clue who you were before this. I'm just going to be honest. I had no clue who that was. But I do now. He's the celebrity that took a gnarly bump. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. I don't know if I've even said it on camera, but I've been saying it. Bad Bunny and Logan Paul have changed the game when it comes to celebrities joining wrestling. It is no longer acceptable for celebrities to just show up in a wrestling ring and do like nothing and do like mediocre work. It is no longer acceptable. Now they have to do good things and cool things. Just like ISHO Speed did. Just like Logan Paul, Bad Bunny did. They kind of set the standard, in my opinion, for that. So this was great so far. So once we get to the later numbers, I think Roman Reigns came in at number 16. That's when it really started to come in. Then you had Drew McIntyre come in. You had Cena somewhere in there. Rollins. You had Punk. It was great. It was great. The stuff they were doing with, you know, Punk and Chad Gable was number 3. I just remembered that. Sorry. And then it was so great. I really thought Punk was going to win. Jaden had predicted CM Punk for 1 point. I predicted Drew McIntyre for 2 points. Neither one of them won. You know I don't like CM Punk, so I was very happy he didn't win. Very, very happy he did not win. So happy. Thank you, WWE. Anyway. But I really thought CM Punk was going to win. Like, Drew McIntyre was just for the sake of I didn't want to pick the same guy as Jaden. I went with Drew because it could have been anybody, and it was honestly anybody. I was so happy who won. I'm trying not to spoil it. Yeah, screw it. Jey Uso won. Jey Uso won. Not in a million years did I think he was an actual contender to win this thing. Not even a little bit. was I convinced he was walking out as the winner. So let me get to it. So first of all, number 30 was Logan Paul, which, I don't know, it felt like a little bit of a letdown for Logan Paul to be number 30, just because it was someone we already knew was in it. I like when number 30 isn't someone we knew was in it, because it kind of takes away the mystery, like, who's going to be number 30? Like, we knew it was Logan Paul, because he was number 30, and he was announced, and he hadn't been in yet. So, in my opinion, kind of a lackluster number 30. Not anything against Logan Paul, necessarily, just, we knew he was in it, so it was kind of boring to see him be number 30. That's my one nitpick of this Rumble. I'm literally nitpicking. And then it was great. I mean, from this moment, Drew, the one other nitpicky thing is I felt like Drew got eliminated really unceremoniously, because he just, I feel like, for me, thinking he could honestly win, and for them building him up like he was a contender, he didn't really do much. Like, he did not feel important in this Rumble, in my opinion. And I hate saying that, but he really didn't. Like, he had a couple moments with Punk and Roman and Seth and everything, but I just feel like, for someone who was, like, built up as one of the potential winners of this thing, he really wasn't treated like he was. Like, he kind of just got thrown out unceremoniously. He wasn't even eliminated by any of the guys I just named. He was eliminated by Damian Priest, which, okay, a callback to Damian cashing in on him in their match at Clash of the Castle. Sure, I like that. I respect it. But he didn't even make it to, like, the Final 4 or the Final 5 or the Final 6. Like, he was just kind of thrown out, just in the middle of it. And I felt like that was not the best. Not bad. I'm nitpicking. I'm literally nitpicking. Like, if I had to come up with a complaint, that would be it. I'm not sure why they did Drew dirty like that. But anyway. So basically, what had happened is eventually we get down to the Final 6. And the Final 6 was, oh my goodness, am I going to remember this? CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, John Cena, Logan Paul. That was your Final 6. So all of them are down except for Roman and Seth, who we all know hate each other with a passion. Roman and Seth are brawling. They're up against the rope trying to throw each other out. CM Punk comes up from behind, eliminates both of them. And Punk is definitely who I think is winning at this point. But Logan Paul comes out, eliminates Punk. I was genuinely jaw on the floor. I was like, huh? Then Logan, Jay, and Cena are left. Logan, Paul, John Cena, and Jey Uso are left as your final 3. Meanwhile, Seth is attacking Roman, curb stomping him on the stairs and on the floor, and just beating up poor Roman Reigns. What did Roman do to deserve that? Seth? Let's not forget, Seth, 10 years ago, you turned your back on him, and you created this monster. Anyway. Champ, I don't know what that was for. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, I remember. So then, I'm going to be honest, there is a huge moment where I'm thinking Logan Paul might actually win this. There was genuinely, but luckily he gets eliminated. Then I did not. If Logan Paul had won, I would have been not a happy man. So it's down to John Cena and Jey Uso. I mean, come on. Of course at this point I thought Cena was going to win. There was honestly very little doubt in my mind that Cena was going to win at this point. Like, I was dead set Cena had it. But he doesn't. Jey throws him over the top rope, eliminating him, and Jey Uso is your 2025 Royal Rumble winner. Insane. Literally, like I said, not in a million years did I think that Jey was going to win. Like, he wasn't even on my mind as a potential winner. Now the question is, who will he face? Will he face Cody? Or will he face Gunther? Okay, that's what you gotta ask. And the main reason I'm thinking here is, if I'm being honest with you, Jey Gunther at Saturday Night's Main Event was not that good. So I'm slightly worried if he fought Gunther because, let's face it, they didn't really click, in my opinion. Which part of that could have been the commercials interrupting, and maybe without commercials it'd be better. I don't know. But I did not think their match at Saturday Night's Main Event was that good. Or someone gets added, it could end up being a triple threat or something. I could totally see that. I could see Punk. I could see that being the favor that Paul Heyman owes CM Punk. He gets him inserted into the main event. And that's that. Triple threat, maybe. I don't know. But congratulations to Jay. Congratulations to Charlotte for being your 2025 men's and women's Rumble winners. And like I said, I think that the men's Rumble took home the gold in terms of which one was the best Rumble this year. I feel like the women have kind of taken home the gold the last. I don't know. 2023 is debatable for me because I feel like the women's was better in terms of it was more surprising and there was maybe a little more drama. But I did really like the men's Rumble with the final two battle being like 15 minutes between Gunther and Cody. I liked that. I like that aspect of it. But I feel like for the most part, the women have taken home the gold the last 2 years. So the men have finally done it again. Congratulations, boys. We ain't done yet, world. That was probably not the best joke to make. I'll edit it out. I totally won't. But anyway, I'm out of here. Why do I say the stuff I say? I didn't mean it like that. I mean, I did. Anyway, I'm out of here. So I'll see you later. Okay, it's been fun. It's been great. Great times. Appreciate it. Be kind, be good persons, peoples. Do good things, peoples. And I'm out. I'll see you later, I guess. I'm gonna edit this, bro. I'm gonna edit